everybody, welcome to my channel and let's get started with the story, I guess. Okay, so this, for the sake of this video, I'm not going to actually mention the name of the substance here because then my video might get reported or it might get restricted. So we are going to name name the substance with some other name. Let's say toffee. Okay, we are going to name it as toffee. So what happened was on during a fine day, okay, and this happened when I was in class 12. Okay, so when I was in class 12 during a fine day, our English sir was teaching us something. Okay, like it was during our English period basically. Look at my fate. Okay, anyways, so it was during a English period and our English sir was teaching us. By the way, our English sir was the principal himself, headmaster himself. Okay, so that adds more masala to it because the principal himself was present there. Okay, so he was teaching us stuffs and he was most of the time, I mean, like uh, he teaches us 20% and 80% it's just story. Okay, in his class 80% time we just like it's just stories. Okay. So we were having fun time in his class and then suddenly PT sir enters, and it was very odd for him to enter into the class because before that, okay, he has never entered our class before. Okay, like out of the blue he has never entered. Okay, like we see PT sir in the campus during PT period and stuff like that, but we don't see him entering a room randomly. Okay, so he just comes and headmaster is sitting on the chair and then he asks excuse me to the headmaster and then he comes inside. PT sir comes inside and we were all like shocked. Okay, first of all, you all know how PT sir looks so like scary and like what do I say, how do I describe it, like a security guard. So and then he had a serious face that time, so we were like scared. Okay, we were like, oh my god, what is going to happen now? Okay, like what is he going to say? Because that's when he entered the room. Okay, first we were all having like, when the English teacher was teaching us, we were all like having like fun time, and then as soon as he entered, there was intense, we could all feel the intense air. Okay, there was so much intensity in the air, there was so much tension in the air. Okay, so he enters and then we were all quiet. All right, and then he tells that I have heard that some of you guys are dealing with toffee. Okay, and then I was like huh, because I genuinely had no idea about it. Okay, but later I got to know that few of my friends knew that these guys in my class, okay, it was the boys who were dealing with this, girls were not dealing with this. Like girls, none of the girls were dealing with this. Okay, but later I got to know that my friends also knew that these guys were dealing with toffee. Okay, and and so when he told about toffee, I was like, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? Toffee? Okay, and then I knew some real stuff was going to happen. So he comes and then he says, I heard you guys are dealing with toffee. And then it was all silent. Like the entire situation was silent. The entire classroom was silent. Okay. And I knew certainly that it cannot be girls, but I was still not 100% sure. Anyways, next he continues to tell that I want 3 to 4 girls to check guys' bag, to check boys' bag. So I was also one of them. Okay, I was also one of them who was checking the boys' bags. Okay, and he had suspect, like he did not say check all the boys' bag. He had suspect like 3 to 4 guys. So he asked girls to check those guys' bag, and then other girls were checking and everything, and then there was a bag which came to my hand, and then I was checking the bag and everything, and as usual, like boys play games and everything, so uh, there was like so many things like boots in the bag, shoes in the bag and everything, and then comes the zip which I open, and then as soon as I open, I do not have any idea how toffee looks like, right? So I open the zip, and then I open the zip and I'm like confused. Okay, I open the zip and I'm confused. What is this thing? Okay, And then I was like statue for 2 seconds, because because there was so much tension in the air, and I was like, is this the toffee? Okay, and should I tell the PT sir that this is the toffee? And like, but PT sir saw me, and even before I could tell anything to him, he saw me and he realized that the bag which Disha has, the bag which is in this girl's hand, has something. Okay, wait, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, okay. So yeah, sorry. Now getting back. So he realized that the bag that Disha has, there is toffee in this. Okay, and I did not know how toffee used to look like. So then I realized, oh, so this is how the toffee looks like. Okay, so then I saw the toffee, and then sir took the bag, and then sir was asking, whose bag is this? And then, as everyone knows whose bag is this, of course we know how, or we know everyone's bag in our class, right? So everyone was pointing to that one single boy. And then what happened after that is pure history, pure cinema. Okay, after that, of course, PT sir took that boy, and that boy was not the only one who was taking toffee. There were two other boys with him. So PT sir took that boy and also two other boys with him. Okay, because he asked that boy, like, are you the one who's taking toffee? He said, no sir, there are two other boys in my class who are also taking toffee. So PT sir drags all the three boys, and then he takes them to the ground, and then he gave them treatment like anything. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about all the abuse in this video, but like, he abused them a lot. Okay, like, a lot. Okay, and also we had our chemistry ma'am in our class who was our class teacher. Okay, and then she was saying stuffs like, I always used to see those, like, after this incident was over, chemistry ma'am came to our class, and she said stuffs like, I always used to notice that those three guys were like always sleepy in the class, and they were not paying attention, like, they were not much paying attention to whatever the teacher is listening, and they were always drowsy and everything. And then I realized, oh, so this is the sign that people experience when they actually take toffee. And there were actually people in my class who were taking toffee, and I do not know. Okay, so yeah, like they, like, they were they did not have much connection to the reality. The teacher is explaining something, they would be doing something, and yeah, they were like always sleepy and drowsy. Maybe it was the chemistry ma'am who told the PT sir, I don't know. So this was the story about toffee that happened in my class. And if you have watched my video, and yeah, that's the end of the story. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, if you have watched till the end, thank you so much for watching. And if you like my content, of course, subscribe and share and comment, and even like ask all of your friends to subscribe as well. Thank you so much for watching.